big, dense, thick smog layer, the viscous.
Hey, what's good? How you guys doing? Damn, a lot of people in here. I usually don't have so many people in here. Good. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, it was a little blurry for a second. All right, there's a couple things we need to do. First off, we need to set focus. We have set focus. Now we need to watch a YouTube video.
If you're new to color grading, DaVinci Resolve is without a doubt the best place to start. It's quickly become the industry standard for Hollywood films and high-end video production. But you don't need to be a pro to get great results. That's why in this video, I'm going to walk you through my simple 5-step workflow that instantly makes your videos look more professional.
You gotta just.
Okay.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Make It Happen Mondays, where I give you practical advice on how to actually make your content happen. So today we're going to talk about how to quickly and easily convert your footage from RAW or log into Rec 709 super fast with no conversion LUTs. Yes, that's right, you heard me right. There's no conversion LUTs involved in this process. And if you want a step-by-step guide that you can follow along with in writing, you can download a free PDF guide using the link in the description. All right, so here we are inside DaVinci Resolve, and I've already added my raw log footage into the timeline. From here, I just want to go to the color tab. So I click on that. And as we can see, this has been shot in S-Log3, which is why it looks so flat. From here, we just want to go up to the nodes panel, and I want to add a new node. And the quickest and easiest way to do this is just to go Option S, and then we'll add a new node into your node timeline, or you can right click and then go add node, add serial, and then we'll add a new node as well. Now I would recommend adding 1 to 3 extra nodes in this process, because then you've got a couple of nodes that you can use for color correction and adjusting your levels. And then we're going to put this conversion node on the very end. So let's use this node here for our conversion. And all you have to do is go to your effects library and then get the color space transform effect. Drag and drop that onto the final node and nothing happens. And that's what's supposed to happen. It's okay because we haven't adjusted the settings yet. But what you did notice is that this will bring up the settings for that color space.
Maybe. We'll come back to this video.
Press record.
Hey, welcome back to Think Media. Nate here. Now, before we dive in, let's be clear on the difference between color correction and color grading, because people often confuse the two. Color correction is video. We want to head over to the color page right here, which is this icon. And here we have our viewer, we have our color wheels, as well as a bunch of tools. We want to enable our waveforms, and I'm going to change this to waveform right here.
Okay. We're cooking, chat. Okay. Do we want to...
This is going to come helpful a little bit later. And up on the top right is our node tree. Instead of using layers like most editing programs, Resolve uses nodes. Think of nodes kind of like a chain of steps. You can set up a node for just your exposure settings, one for white balance, and another for your creative look. Put them in order, and together they help build your final look. So to get started, we're going to apply a few different nodes by right-clicking here, add node, add serial, and click and save view. So we're going to talk about color grading in just a second, but first let's talk about how we do this color correction process within log, because there is one additional step we need to bring our flat image into a standard Rec.
He's so chopped.
709 space before we start our color grading. And there are two ways that we can do this. Number one is applying a color space transform, and the other is applying a technical LUT. I'm going to first show you how to do a color space transform. So we're
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Delete this. Now we want to add node, which is Option S, Control S. Shift S. Okay. This is our node. Does it come? Okay. 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 Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What we're going to do is add in another node, and we're going to label this CST for the color space transform. Next, we're going to move up to
Color space transform. Okay. How do you name them? Okay.
To effects and type in color space transform.
Color.
And here we're going to select our camera's input color space. So this is all dependent. On what camera you use. For example, I'm using the Sony a7S III and I shot in S-Log3. So we're going to scroll down all the way till we can find Sony S-Gamut 3.
Okay, let's go back to the other video.
Transform effect, and there's just 4 settings we have to change. So up here at the very top we've got the input color space. So I want to set this to the color space that I was filming in, and there's a whole heap of different ones to choose from. So no matter what camera,
My audio is a lot quieter than other streams. You want me to turn it up?
you're shooting on, there's more than likely an option in DaVinci using this color space transform effect. So for me, I shot in Sony S-Gamut 3.
Vlog. 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 Oh. Maybe. I don't know.
3.cine. Click on that. And then
Where's Canon Log 2 though? I'm confused. There should be Canon Log 2. Hi. Whoa, babe, come look at this. Wow, that looks really good. Babe, come look at this. Holy crap.
Wow.
Look at it before.
Uh-huh.
Look at after.
That looks really good.
Yeah, I know. All right, Dexter, go.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, Dexter, get.
Whoa. I like it, babe. How did you keep
Well, it's my camera, but yeah. Only my
the
camera can do it.
editing?
Yeah, I know, but this is just for my camera. Yours isn't as hard.
our input gamma, which for my camera is S-Log3. And you can see how it's applied some changes over here on the left, but let's go over to the output color space. And we're gonna change this to Rec 709. And our output gamma set to 2.4. If we take a look at our video over here, it's starting to look a little bit more natural if I disable our color space transform. This is before and this is after. It's a pretty huge difference now that we've converted our log video to a Rec 709 space. Now, the second way to do this is with a technical LUT. So let me disable this node, add in a new one, and I'll just label this LUT for now. Then you want to right click on that node, go down to LUT, and then I'm just going to choose the camera manufacturer's technical LUT right here. Let's click on that. And as you can see, we have a pretty similar result between these two methods. If you had to choose between the two, the color space transform is probably a little higher quality, gives you more room to work with. So before we start color correcting our video, we want to head over to the color page right here, which is this.
You have to grab my keys. I don't know where they are.
Here we have our viewer. We have our color wheels as well as a bunch of tools. We want to enable our waveforms, and I'm going to change this to waveform right here. This is going to come helpful a little bit later. And up on the top right is our node tree. Instead of using layers like most editing programs, Resolve uses nodes. Think of nodes kind of like a chain of steps. You can set up a node for just your exposure settings. On my timeline, I have two different clips. One is shot in a standard conversion step. And that brings us to the first step in color correction, and that is adjusting our exposure. Simply put, we don't want our footage too bright or too dark. We want it just right. If your footage is too bright, you want to compensate by reducing the exposure. And in Resolve, the simplest way to do that is by using these color wheels. Now, I know this can be a touch confusing, especially if you're just beginning, but we have 4 different wheels to choose from: lift, gamma, gain, and offset. Think of this as shadows, midtones, highlights, and an overall adjustment of exposure. So for this particular shot here, it is maybe a touch bright, so we want to reduce the exposure. So I can go over to this offset, and down here on this wheel, we'll just click and slide to the left, and this number will go.
Okay. We're gonna click here. Why does his look different than mine? Ooh, that looks good. All the life out of it. Probably somewhere around like, oh, was it 25? I like that. Let's go into the
Go down, and we are actually reducing exposure. Now, obviously we don't want to go too far as it starts to look really bad, but we want to find a happy medium where it's not too bright and it's not too dark. So maybe just a subtle adjustment around 24. That actually looks pretty good. You also have more control.
I thought 22 looked pretty good, chat. We think this looks pretty good? Did the Lorax touch me? Yeah. What do we think for exposure? This is what was that beforehand. And we just turned it down. This is too much, right? But it does make it look dark. That does look good though, right? Does this look more cinematic? This looks good though. That's normal. That's how it came out. It's a little bright though, right? Maybe like 19. Let's go with 19. 19.
By just independently adjusting the highlights, the midtones, as well as the shadows. And at any time you want to reset any one of these, you can click up here on this undo, and that will reset it. So I like where we're at right now with this offset. Just doing that one simple tweak got us in the right exposure. If you're having difficulty judging by eye how bright or dark things need to be, a really helpful tool is this waveform scopes. If you don't see this, you want to head up to Workspace, go down to Video Scopes, and just turn that on. And I'm set to the waveform right here. So what this does is 0 represents black, absolutely black, our darkest part of our image.
There's a little clipping.
And up here on this 1023 is the brightest part of our image. And from left to right actually matches our screen's image from left to right. So you can kind of see right in the middle is where my exposure is. So we just don't want to be where I am like clearly clipping, right? You can see that it doesn't look good in the viewer. And we can see that we are...
Okay, let's go to our image. So I'm gonna make this bigger. So you can see me right here. So the cave's a little bit brighter. And you got me. Right? That's me. That's my black pants. I'm not clipping, but some of the color in the background up here is clipping, which is okay because it's this light source. The blacks are really good. That's my black pants, and then my body is right here. And I think I actually am clipping a bit. Back to... guess I can, like, my midtone I can adjust. Ooh. That looks good. Why is there shakes? But that was me shaking my desk. I think that looks good. I think that looks good for exposure. I kind of like that look. Damn. All right, let's go back to the next part of the video.
Losing detail right up there. So that is super helpful for us knowing where things should generally be. You'll actually notice here in this top right corner that we're actually losing some detail, and that is actually corresponding with this lamp.
See, I was just saying that. See? So, like, I am losing detail right over here, but that's okay because that's the light source. I'm also losing detail up here, but that's also okay because it's just a light source, right? There's some clipping at the edges. And right here, which is okay because it's just a light source. Like, this is basically the light source, and it's coming towards me, and you see it on my face. So...
right up here, we're actually losing a little bit of information, but that is supposed to be the brightest part of the image, so I don't necessarily worry that it is super bright. You just want to make sure that your skin tones aren't obviously being lost way up there. Having proper exposure is fundamental to any color grade, so just spending a little extra time here to make sure that your footage is proper.
I guess I should grab one with my face. How do I copy this? I'm not losing anything actually. I'm losing a little bit here. That's okay. Bro. Alright, cool. I'm gonna say that looks good. Do we all agree that this is pretty solid? It actually makes a lot of like that looks clean. Babe, come look at this. Baby. Come look at this. No, come look. Oh, that's fine.
Properly exposed is going to make a huge difference on how our final video looks. Which brings us to step number 2. If you notice your colors just don't look quite, maybe it's too warm or too cool, this is actually a white balance issue. And one of the simplest ways to instantly get more natural looking colors is to make sure that our white balance is proper. So let's go over to our white balance node. And then over here, I'm going to click on this eyedropper tool. Click on that and then head up to the viewer, and we want to select something within our camera frame that is bright and white, very neutral color. So for example, I happen to be wearing a white shirt, so I can click on that, and you may not notice a huge difference, but down here it has adjusted our color temperature as well as our tint. This usually gets you in the ballpark for having more accurate colors, but if you want even better results, I recommend buying this gray card. If you hold this up in your camera frame, you can take a white balance read.
I need to import.
reading right here, and that'll give you even more accurate colors. So for example, I did that for this shot right here where I held it up. Gonna reach for that eyedropper tool and just select it on the gray card. And as you can see, this is a pretty big difference. Our color temperature is now at 500, which warmed up the image, and our tint is now at 13, which added a little bit more magenta within our camera frame, and I think this is looking great. Of course, you can still manually tweak your white balance settings by just going down here, and by going to the left, it's cooling it off, and going to the right will warm it up even further. I actually feel like maybe I want to cool it off just a touch, maybe around 400, and I think this is looking really great. Now that our exposure and white balance are set, the next thing we want to do to make our image pop is adding in contrast. If you ever find your footage to look very flat, dull, or kind of just washed out, chances are you need to add a little bit more contrast. So to do this, we want to make sure we're on our contrast node. And then right down here, we want to increase this if we want more contrast. And as you can see, parts of the image will get more saturated, as well as the highlights are getting brighter and the shadows are getting deeper. So we don't want to go overboard. Obviously, that looks terrible. But we also don't want to go too flat where it just looks very washed out. For this shot in particular, it's already a pretty contrasty image, but maybe I want just a little bit more. If I enable and disable that, as you can see, it just adds a little bit of pop to our image. Now that the first 3 steps are dialed in, step is saturation. So this is where we can really make our colors look very vibrant. So let's click on our saturation tool right here. And then right down here, we can increase this, and I'll make our image very, very vibrant.
Where the fuck is that?
Again, it's very easy to go overboard with.
Think this looks good? Should I take away some saturation? I think I added a little bit, but I have a lot of contrast.
With saturation, but you could also reduce saturation if you want to have a black and white shot. For this particular shot, a small adjustment goes a long way with the RGB lighting, so I'm probably just going to leave it around 52. The key thing here is always keeping an eye on people's skin tones. It's the first place where people notice if the saturation
The audio is clipping. It's annoying. Whatever. Can't do anything about it now.
looks off. So again, don't
Babe,
go too saturated, don't go unsaturated, just right. At
Dexter,
this point,
shut your
we've covered
big
the
back.
4 steps
Shut your big gorilla back having ass up. Thank you.
of color correction, exposure, white balance, contrast, and saturation. And honestly, this footage is looking pretty good. It's very clean, natural, professional. It's just a very neutral look. You could totally stop right here and have a finished video that is ready to go. But if you want to take things a little bit further and give your project a unique style and mood, that's where color grading comes in. And before we jump into LUTs and creative looks, you know, color grading is a very fun part of the editing room, but there's a lot of tedious parts of editing as well that you wish you could just skip over. Things like cutting down and removing bad takes from your talking head video. If you spend so much time doing the tedious stuff, you don't have any more energy for this fun stuff like color grading. That's why I use this tool called Gling, which is today's sponsor, and save you. So we're going to talk about color grading. Is correct. Now that our footage is color corrected, we got our exposure, white balance, and contrast all in check. It's now time for the fun part, color grading. This is where we can give our
A circle?
video style in the most common ways for beginners.
Why is there a circle?
To do this is by applying a LUT. But rather than a technical LUT like before with the log video, this is a creative LUT. To do this in Resolve, we have a node labeled creative LUT. So I'm just going to click on that, go down to LUT. One of my favorite creative looks that DaVinci Resolve has built in is underneath film looks. Right here, it is this Fujifilm
Fujifilm D55. What? Film? Film? Ooh, W. Oh! Shitty. That's too much, huh? Yeah, I made it. Should I just keep it how it was? I feel like these look bad. Well, I can go adjust my contrast. Yeah. Oh, that looks really good. That looks really good, Wangan. Bro, babe, you you need to come look at this shit. This shit actually is so smooth. Yeah. Look at this.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Look at this. Dude, that looks good, huh?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It looks like,
looks like real cinema.
yeah. We got wind sound in it though. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that. Yeah. Now we're gonna go to edit. All right. Why does this have extra audio? Let's make this bigger. Only a minute long. Oh, it's 3 minutes long. All right. I feel like we can cut that there, right? That was good enough for the intro clip. That's 5 seconds. I feel like we can cut that there, right, chat? Two, three, 4, 5. Is it 5 long enough, Wangan, or should we go for like 10? Like this. Rather small. One, two, three, 4, 5. Right there. There. I need to edit. So these two Need to be moved over here. I need to look at the cooking. Well, there's like a nice crow sound. Should I take this one out, chat? Oh, dude. I was trying to teach my girl how to focus. Look at that. That looks like a movie. Look at the files. Loads. All right, so it goes behind the back, running, run with cam. You know, make that better. I like started like right here. You had 9 seconds on for nines. Like Jordan's. Okay. So now you guys get to pick which chair. Which chair one do you guys want to use? This one? This one? Or this one? Oh, this is different. But which one do we like? Which walk-up do you like? First one, the second one. I think I like the second one better. First one? Watch. Start this one right here. Then Should I do like starting from like right here, or just to me walking up to it and stop it right here? I'll show you what the full clip is. I have 2 of them too. I like that second one better. Going with the second one. Feels POV. If I make this like long. Yeah, just like this. Cut it right there. I'm just gonna play it out. You guys, it's not in the right order. Let's see it. Now let go. I don't. Oh, okay. Damn, Dexter. It's only a minute and 30 seconds. Good. Let's watch it. Now we decided to have sound effects. Hey. I feel like I should change that. Should I make the running cut a little bit different? Like different. Watch it from the top. Okay. Speed it up so people think I'm faster. What if I... That's right here. Delete this. We okay with the cuts? That is exactly 1 minute and 14 seconds. Okay. Now we need to edit sound. Okay. Looks good. Now I need to edit sound. I think the sound mostly starts good, except the part of the... That looks really good. Like the noise of the airplane actually made it better. I'm in Jurassic Park. All right. Now we need to add the voicing. Which I think we can just do it like this. So we had the first clip. We start the whispering into 1, 2, 3, and then it goes dead silence, and then hey. So how do we record? How do we record? Hey. Oh, I messed up. Well, we can get an idea of what it sounds like. All right, we need to redo that. That sound like actual garbage. Holy shit. Whisper, 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 whisper. Whisper, 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 whisper. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Whisper. Hey. Whisper. Whisper. Hey. Whisper. Hey. Whisper. Come over here. Hey. 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 Come over here. Oh god. How am I supposed to make this sound right? Oh gosh. The whisper sounds fine. I can just add the whisper. I can redo the whisper take. The hey is gonna be hard. Should I just say whisper? Whisper, 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 whisper. What? Hello? Do you hear me? I mean, can you guys hear that? That wasn't bad. A little bit more. Whisper, da, da, whisper, I could just do intense music instead. You said mess with the pan. I can do a. I can do a keyframe.
Hello? Do you hear me?
I did it. They're in there.
Do you hear me?
Okay, let me know what you think, Winnigan.
Hello? Do you hear me?
Should I redo the recording?
Hello? Do you hear me?
All right, now let's go into FL file. Dexter, stop. Save. Where does it save? Okay. Oops. I feel like I should add some like ominous music, maybe. Yeah, Dexter. Where is it? Can you guys hear? Do you guys hear that? 250 still? What does IMO mean? In my opinion, okay. I'm not 50 years old. See ya, bro. Puss. How do you do the one thing where you make it like start quiet and get louder? I know you have to do that, Wangan. Go to the mixer. On the mixer. This is the mixer, right? This is mixer, right? I clicked everything but the one I'm on is the mixer, right? To play where the song is. Left of the arrow. Okay. Into error. Okay. On the knob for volume control. Okay. Create animation clip. Okay. Okay. Oh. What do you think? Should I make it faster? Okay. Question. Do I export this and try to fit it in there? Or do I make one as long as the sound is? And then use this as my chord that I'm going to be adjusting. Does that make sense? No, not to me. Oh, so I make it a dynamic influx during the story for the highs and the lows. And so I could actually like adjust the sliders for the attenuation for when it's like it's building up suspense and then like the suspense is let go. Or should I just do this? I'm gonna okay. I don't even know why I'm fucking talking. We'll come back to this. Okay. Okay. So I can file, port, media, stream, title.
Hello? Do you hear me?
Nice.
I like the bird background noises.
That's from what we.
You have something in the background?
Hello? Do you hear me?
Oh my gosh. That sounds scary. Damn, boy.
Right?
You're heavy.
It runs a bit loud.
The background noise is scary.
You said the running clip is too loud.
No,
Okay, I
I
got
like
the
it.
headphones. Which one?
Babe.
Do you think I need to add anything to it? Dexter, don't lick that. It's icky. No, he was licking my scrap. I see.
Your scrap.
Like first one or both?
The... Careful.
Is that better?
Hello? Do you hear me?
Or you meant this one? Like the one where when it cuts and changes?
Do you hear me?
Like right there?
Do you hear me?
But do I need to add any other sounds to it? Should I redo it and just do a progressively whisper of "Where are you?" and then like redo like the audio? What do you guys think? I'm gonna mute this and then do another take. Where are you? Where are you? Run. It didn't record. That's why. What the? Maybe pitch this one down.
Hello? Do you hear me?
I don't know, Wang. That sounds pretty good. What if I did automation and made it progressively gets deeper? You can't. Can't do that. Well, let's just set it to 3 then. Wait, actually.
Hello? Do you hear me?
What else do I need to add? How do you add a jump scare? Like I'm just screaming into the camera like still frame of what? Put me on the ground like this? Of Dexter? But won't that kind of ruin it? Put Dexter into end credits. I can do that. You says, do you have a shot of you filming in the woods? Like of just me though. Like right here. Like right here. Or this one. The POV shot. Like right here. How do you do a still frame? This is good. Okay. 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 Change speed. Got you. Freeze frame. Now what? Is that like a scream? Try to zoom into the bush? How do you do that? What if I just put like a picture of my butt cheeks at the end? You said with keyframing? Sure. How do you keyframe again? Question. What's next? Do I need to add anything else? You were cooking. That's for sure. Seems good. Oh, that's all I was thinking. Now what do I do from here? Wait. Okay, I'm waiting. Hey, it turned out really good. Isn't that crazy? Dexter, what about this clip?
I would see it.
No. What about this clip?
Can I give Dexter a half cup?
Yeah. Now what am I supposed to do? All alone. Would you like a little voice, ad? Like if I'm like, like that? Voice clip and color correction. What should I do with the color correction? High contrast? Blue and purple tint? Like that? Now what do I add? Like a voiceover? Like I'm all alone. Nobody loves me. Alright. What? Why am I here again? Where am I? What? Why am I here again? Where am I? What? Why am I here again? Where am I? What? Where am I? Why am I here again? What? Where am I? Why am I here again? Is it good, Wangan, or no? What? Where am I? Why am I here again? I think I need to add reverb. I can add a telephone effect. Where am I? Why am I here again? What? Where am I? Why am I here again? What? Where am I? Why am I here again? Should I redo it? What? Why am I here again? What? Why am I here again? Why am I here again? What? Why am I here again?
What? Why am I here again?
Echo. You don't have a lot on here. I tried in Pro Tools. It will let me click on effects. Top left. Oh, they're all right here. You said add what?
What? Why am I here again? What? Why am I here again? What? Why am I here again?
Someone took your number. What's up, Dino David? Oh, dude, what's up, bro?
What? Why am I here again?
I kind of like that.
What? Why am I here again?
Then you said add like a little music. Dun 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 dun. Try turning the side down.
What? Why am I here again? What? Why am I here again? What? Why am I here again? Why am I here again? What? Why am I here again? What? Why am I here again? What? Why am I here again?
You should add force ambience. Did I add in an echo? No, I can. I have echo right here.
Why am I hearing? What? Why am I hearing? What? Why am I hearing? Why am I hearing? Why am I hearing? What? Why am I hearing?
How would I do this?
What? Why am I hearing? 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 Why am I hearing?
Well, that sounds good. Wait, I don't know what I did.
Why am I hearing? Why am I hearing? Why am I hearing? Why am I?
I don't know what I just did, but that shit sounded pretty good.
Why am I hearing? Why am I? Why am I hearing? Why am I hearing? Why am I? Why am I hearing? Why am I? Why am I hearing? Why am I? Hearing? Why am I hearing? Why am I? Why am I? Why am I hearing? 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 Why am I?
It's hard.
Why am I hearing? Why am I hearing?
That's the best time I get it. I'm okay with the static. All right. Now we need to go make ambient music. Hopefully that's saved. You said suspense? Da na na na. Let's try it. So there's one continual note. You said C4. And just add a. What's up, Dino? It's a short film. Yeah, you're right. We'll make it 8. I'll show you in a second, bro. Where is it? Top 3 icons. How do I reset this? I doubt I need anything that long. Gotta go bald. Bald. Okay. Should I add it? Now what do I do?
Hello? Do you hear me?
Why am I hearing? Why am I hearing? Why am I hearing? Why am I hearing?
All right, not bad actually. I agree. Now what do I do? What's up? With where? Or did you go to gym already? How was it? Yeah, I'll go with you. All right, what do I do now? Win again? Akira clip? No. Where am I? What should I do it as? Should I just keep it how it is? Make little scratches on the trees? I can't do that. Like, do I just bounce it like this? Like, this is fine. This is Kodak's fine and stuff. You can't see those settings? Oh, my face is blocking. Okay. I give it a 7. No, 5. It's like a 5 out of 10. It's better than my other content, though. I think this will probably be the best piece of content I put out, maybe? Maybe. So. Like, obviously, I need to learn, right? And that's going to take time. Yeah, you just got to edit as you go. Learn. Yeah, but I feel like there's some dull moments, you know? I guess I just need to, like, build up from here, you know what I mean? It's not really that bad, to be honest with you. It's not that bad. I got the quality down. There's some stuff with like some focus that my girl just messed up. Gym, no, I'm probably gonna in stream though. My back hurts. But I will be streaming tomorrow. I have to finally go. I've been off work for 5 days. Holy smokes, feels great. This is a high quality camera. Bro, Dino David, bro, this is the high quality camera. Right here. You don't notice? You can't tell? Does it not look good? That thing costs literally 500 Baconators. He's not even lying. More than 500. If a Baconator's $5, it's more like 700 Baconators. So wait, 800 Baconators. On YouTube is bugged. What do you mean? Dude, it's right there. What do you mean it's bugged? Oh, it'll freeze? Yeah, it does that. Oh, it's also because I switched scenes. All right, W stream. I was watching Nick Mira last night actually, so I learned how to do 808s better. But dude, I don't know if he was live last night. Dude, I don't know if I think he's a little bit out of touch because like his beats are good. But he made a really fire melody and he said, "Bro, this is like coworker music." And I'm like, "Dude, that shit was actually amazing." I think he's a bit out of touch. Like it was a good melody. And it makes sense. Like he was popping probably like 10 years ago. So he was popping with Juice. That was probably his biggest come up. And it's not like he's gone up since then. He's definitely gone down. You know what I mean? I don't think he's became he's an alien. I don't know. Maybe his beats last night were just signing hella mid. Or maybe I'm getting better at beats and I'm closer to him. He gave me some really good pointers on my he literally said melodies come first. You make a fire melody and then you go to your hi-hats. He likes to do interesting hi-hat patterns. That's his thing. He said if your hi-hats line up and then you go to your 808s or then you go to your bass. And then you start piecing everything else together. But he says like some artists don't like his hi-hats because they're too much. And he doesn't add kicks in a lot of his beats too. Does not add a lot of kick basses. He had claps instead. So he does hi-hats, claps, snares. I'll start at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Dude, I just do every 2 steps for my hi-hats, or every 4, or every 1, depending. Wait, no, he's really good at them. Start with like every 2 and then add a couple and delete a couple until it's like rhythmic. That's literally all he was doing. Gets off beat. That's why you have to set your snare as your beat. So he sets a snare or a clap as his rhythm, and then he'll also add in his metronome. It's actually really fascinating. You should give it some effort. All right, I love you, bro. I will see you when I see you tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing an IRL stream ish with my boy Benny. So it's gonna be a pretty funny stream. Most likely. He's gonna be coming over and I think we're gonna be doing stuff together. Like it's gonna be a desktop. I'm gonna try to convince him to make beats and maybe we make a beat together. We'll see. You were asleep? Poor thing.